Liberty football stayed in the hunt for a Big South championship with a 35-14 win over Presbyterian on Saturday. Joining me is Nick Pearson. Nick, as we look at this ball game offensively, Aaron Stam wanted to get the running game going. He did that and used a multiple number of players in the backfield.
Yeah, 231 yards on the ground for the Flames on Saturday, and I'm sure that Coach Stam and the offensive coaches have to be pleased with that number. Des Rice, the workhorse, again, career high, 22 carries for him, 96 yards, 3 touchdowns as well. I don't know that anyone expected Rice to get the bulk of the carries like that, especially considering the fact that he was listed as questionable on Tuesday by Coach Gill coming into that game. But as Des noted after the game, training staff did a great job getting him ready. He certainly didn't look like there were any effects from the injury that he had the week before, so that was certainly good to see. Also good to see Aldrecus Allen getting just a few touches in there as well. Flames haven't had him out on the football field in almost a year, so Allen slowly getting implemented back into the offense. It'll be interesting to see how much they use him this week.
Presbyterian came into that ballgame 3-5, much improved under head coach Harold Nichols, and Des Rice says the Flames got a stern test from the Blue Hose.
Yeah, I mean, they fought really hard. I give them a lot of credit for, fighting like this. A lot of people would lay down. They did a good job trying to stay in the ball game, and we did a little bit. We executed a little bit more than they did, and we ended up with the victory.
Nick, again, the defense did a solid job, giving up just 21 points in the past 3 games. So they're ending this season right, I'm sure, where defensive coordinator Robert Wimberly wants them.
Absolutely, and you look at one of the key points in this ball game, I think, was Jacob Hagan's interception right before halftime, and that's the second straight week that Hagan's come up with a big play back there in the secondary as well. And then that set the Flames up to score a touchdown and make it a 2-touchdown game heading into the locker room, which I thought was huge. And as Coach Gill said after the game as well, it was a matter of them cashing in on Presbyterian's mistakes. That was one of them. Then also the fake punt in the second half that went terribly awry. So a couple of key spots in the game there where the Flames were able to execute, and that hasn't always been the case this year.
Right.
It was good to see Liberty cash in on the opposition's mistakes, make big plays at big times in the game.
Jacob Hagan caught up with us on the radio after the ballgame and said this defense is basically playing with a reckless abandon the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's a mindset. You want to execute and finish. And when you play relentless as a defense, good things will happen. And we've been playing a lot of passion lately, and that's definitely shown out in the field.
From a special teams perspective, Grant Bowden wasn't needed to punt much when he did. He kicked it effectively. John Lunsford, though, missed his only field goal attempt, 7 of 17 on the year. They're going to need him to step up the last 2 games.
Yeah, he continues to struggle right now, and Coach Gill did say at halftime that he continues to have confidence in him, and that's about all you can do right now is just continue to try to show him that you do have confidence in him, run him out there still, and continue to work with him on some technique and other things. But, as we talk about, and it sounds so cliche, it's all mental with kickers a lot of times, and I think that's just a case for John right now. We know he's a good kicker. We know what he's capable of doing. It's just a matter of him figuring it out and getting it done, and you hope that that's going to happen sooner than later.
During the ball game of the fourth quarter, if you haven't noticed the last couple of weeks, Coach Gill has got the team together, brought them to the 50-yard line to get them motivated to finish strong. Well, this particular ball game, he got in the middle of the mosh pit, and he talked to us after the ball game and said it was a higher calling that brought him into that mosh pit to motivate his team.
Well, I got a little bit excited there. That's whatever kind of comes into my mind, comes to my heart. God gives me that information to me, and then I ended up delivering to the players, and I thought it was appropriate for us to get a little bit more energy. Again, our guys are playing well, but I just think it's good for us to come together in the fourth quarter to try to get a little bit better focus and a little bit more energy and confidence in what we need to get done.
Next up, the final regular season home game for Liberty. Brevard comes into town on Saturday. 3:30 kickoff would be the first meeting between the Tornadoes and the Flames. And, Nick, as we wrap this up, what do you expect on Saturday?
Well, I would expect the Flames to come out here and get a win and do so hopefully with a little bit of authority and try to get themselves ready for a Charleston Southern team the following week. And that's a huge game now with Charleston Southern having beaten Coastal Carolina this past week. Who knows what will happen this week with Coastal Carolina and Presbyterian. There's still a chance that the Flames could win the outright championship if things go their way there, or at least be in the mix to tie for that conference championship again. So, I think that overall the Flames want to come out here this week, send their seniors out on a high note, give the fans a lot to cheer about, and more importantly, correct a few things, as well as the penalties. I think that they want to try to play a clean football game. Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of penalties, a lot of procedure penalties from the Flames. I think those are a few things that they want to get cleaned up and hopefully make those corrections heading into a big game with Charleston Southern.
And when you do come to Williams Stadium on Saturday, make sure you make plans to join us for basketball after that at 7:30. For Nick Pierce, I'm Alan York for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.